And hello there everyone, welcome back. I am BogMod, playing more of the Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel 2. Cayenne seems to really like this one painting. He's got 2 copies of it. But we're having a chance to talk with villains.
We got a visitor?
Come on in.
Oh, it's the Zephyr guys. Nice. Oh, and then we've got the badass Zephyr music.
Figured it was you. Sup?
Have a seat. Bourbon? I suppose not.
Look at those weird giant purple crystals they've got in their drinks.
Yeah, I really shouldn't.
Ah!
How come you guys are being so friendly, though? I mean, we're on opposing sides and all.
Why wouldn't we be? It's not like we're on a battlefield right now.
It's true, and the only reason you're on opposing sides is because currently somebody's paying them.
We're Jaegers. Nothing unusual about us trying to cut some throats one day that's sitting in a bar with the same guys the next.
Of course, if you would rather fight with us, that can be arranged.
I shall have to politely decline. For one thing, I don't think I'd stand the slightest chance of taking you two down.
No, you wouldn't.
Hey now, no need to be so pessimistic. Fee seems to think pretty highly of you. Have a little more faith in yourself.
Now that, have more faith in yourself, is a good piece of advice for Reen.
At the very least, you'd be able to give us a real fight in your divine night. Not that I'd have any intention of losing even then.
The scary thing is, I'm pretty sure he's dead serious.
Yeah, he doesn't seem like much of a joker.
Well, they're used to taking out tanks. They probably have their ways.
Oh yeah? Ranking 72nd for the year in an academy full of big shot students ain't half bad. Brings a tear to my eye to see our little Fee putting her heart into her education.
Aww.
And don't forget, she was the youngest of her classmates.
Yeah, 72nd when you have, what, 2 years difference? That's a significant achievement.
The boss was right when he said that she can do anything she puts her mind to.
You got that right. Maybe joining the gardening club will make her a bit more ladylike, too. Oh, who am I kidding?
She's still young. She has plenty of time to develop on that front if she so pleases.
Aw, they are like concerned older brothers.
They really seem to adore her. Like 2 proud parents talking about their child.
Or that.
And yet... If you don't mind me asking, why did you leave Fee behind? After your boss was killed in a battle with his sworn enemy, I mean.
Oh, Fee told you about that. It sounds like you're closer to her than I thought you were.
Uh-oh. He's giving me a frown.
I trust this is simply me being paranoid.
Well, Reen, run for your life!
But you haven't tried making any moves on her, have you?
No, I have a different woman in mind.
No, of course not. I wouldn't dream of it.
She never straddled my hips when she saw me. I mean,
I just want to know why you'd abandon her when she obviously means so much to the 2 of you. She thought of you all like family. Why did you leave her all alone?
Well...
Hmm?
We had our reasons. Let's leave it at that.
Ah!
I know you want to know, but you're not the one we should be telling that to.
We'll be sure to tell Fee our reasons in due time. Until then, leave the issue be.
All right. I can accept that. Still, she's our classmate. In that sense, she's like family to me, to us, too. And we feel that way about her just as strongly as you do, if not more so.
That's right. I've known her for an entire year. Thus, my feelings towards her are superior to you, who've known her for most of her entire life. Wait.
I want to be perfectly clear on that.
Fighting words right there.
Still, we'll remember you said that. Returning to the matter at hand. You're sure you haven't tried to make any moves on her?
Come on, spit it out.
They really are like 2 overprotective fathers.
I like it.
I was hoping to get a bit more out of them about what Zephyr is up to. All we did was talk about Fee the whole time.
Ah, there's worse things to do.
Oh well. At least now I know that the guys in Zephyr really cared about her, so it wasn't a complete waste of time.
Next stop. McBurn should be around here somewhere, I hope.
I can sense someone inside.
Yes, McBurn.
What the-
Yes. Do it, Reen. Let's find out your backstory. This ogre thing. Excuse me.
Oh, it's you. Forgot you were staying here too.
Yeah. What was that?
Remember, that was his overwhelming
It's gone
power.
now, anyway. Maybe it was just my imagination.
So what's up? I couldn't give a damn whether you joined the Alliance or not, to be honest.
Oh, I didn't come here for any specific reason.
Oh, ask him.
Interesting.
Yes?
You mixed by any chance?
Could I sit and talk to you for a while?
What a pain in the ass. So, what do you want to ask?
When we ran into each other back near Berea Hard, you asked a weird question.
Yes, yes.
Something about being mixed?
Tell me more.
Oh, that?
I didn't have the chance to figure out what that meant at the time. But what did you mean?
Don't know if I can even explain that one.
Come on, try.
It's just something you feel. What we've got mixed into us is obviously different in strength and nature. It's kind of hard to put into words.
Yeah, seems that way. I know you're not trying to confuse me on purpose, but I really can't wrap my head around what you're saying.
Just watch.
Huh?
There's no trick to it. I'm not using an ornament, it's not magic. And I'm not using an artifact either. I just will fire to appear, and it does.
So it's just a totally unnatural ability.
That's not weird at all. Ooh. What's it? There was a... Oh, the other games. The sword... Something about divergent laws? Or almost had like a magic sword that was being used by Lo. I think it was made with like this weird outside normal reality power. I wonder if it's related to that.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. Something that just gives you results, without the processes you'd usually have to go through to obtain them. You've got one too, right?
Well, true. That power of mine wasn't something I gained from training. I don't even know where the power itself is coming from.
It's the same kind of thing. People who can do things like that usually have something mixed into them. Something foreign, unnatural, mixed into their body itself. Different to the church's stigmas.
Interesting.
Looks like a pretty small part of it in your case, though.
Well, he does that. Oh, that dramatic chest scar. Yes.
Oh.
There, huh? Anyway, I couldn't tell you how, where, or why whatever it is got mixed into you. Sure you've got more questions, but sorry. I can't answer them.
No, it's okay. You've answered enough already. I feel like I understand myself a little better now, actually.
Good for you, I guess. So, we done now?
Yeah, thanks for your time. Oh yeah. So how much of you is unnatural?
That seems like a rude question to ask.
Me? All of me.
Ooh. Ho, ho, ho,
His circumstances seem very different from mine.
Yeah, you got the evil demon heart. And he's just all demon? Very interesting.
Guess all I can do is remember what he said. Maybe there will come a time when it'll all make sense. I'm sure one day I'll find out what this power of mine is. What the story behind me being given this power as a kid is. One day.
One day. You know, they have held on to that little plot point and mystery for more than a game now. It's impressive.
Huh? I think I can sense someone inside. Given the circumstances, I imagine it must be one of the people who fought us in Ymir. Huh? It's open.
You knock first, Reed, is the correct response, but... Is it... No... Is it Vita?
It's empty. Weird. I could have sworn I sensed someone in here.
No. Oh, it's the clone, maybe. You still don't know what's up with this one. The Black Rabbit.
Looking at her lying down like this, she really is just a child. Maybe 12 or 13? Somewhere close to Milliam's age. How did a kid like this end up fighting with the Alliance?
Who are you? Who's calling me?
Is she talking in her sleep?
Situation assessed. Location is a room inside the guest area of the Pentagrul. 9 hours have passed since initial loss of consciousness.
Guess she's sleeping comfortably enough here. Then again, she needs it at her age. She's got plenty of growing left. Wait.
Huh?
Good morning?
Reen Schwarzer, why are you here?
That's a good question, Reen. Why are you here?
Unless my memories have been tampered with, I believe this room was solely allocated to me.
Oh, it was. Sorry. If I'd known you were sleeping, I wouldn't have come in here.
So you're an intruder then? Clown Soleus.
No, it was just an innocent mistake. Whoa! Can we at least talk about this?
No mercy for trespassers.
That's the spirit. Teach him a lesson about barging into people's rooms.
So
Knock
you
first.
claim to have no inappropriate motives for sneaking into this room.
Not claim! I really didn't!
But once you walked in, you fell victim to temptation and chose to act in accordance to your desires.
No! No, I didn't! How many times do I have to explain what happened before you'll believe me?
I was making a joke. Had you any intention of harming me, Clown Soleus would have attacked you. That he didn't proves your innocence.
Yay! I got vouched for by the robot.
Oh, right. Then what was all that for? Oh, whatever. I suppose it's my own fault for coming in without permission.
It really is, Reen. It really is.
Anyway, I've cleared my name. I'll see you some other time, probably.
If that's what you want to do, you didn't come to ask me anything then?
Well, no. Honestly, I didn't even know you were in here. I do have a lot I'd like to ask you, though. And just as much I'd like to say to you.
Like, why do you have a creepy tail?
Okay, if you're offering, what are your reasons for helping the Alliance? Why do you have a puppet just like Milliam's? Just who are you?
The answer to your first question is, I was ordered to do so.
That's a non-answer.
As all information regarding Clown Soleus is confidential, I am unable to answer your second question. And as for the last one, I am unable to fully comprehend the depth of your question.
Oh, forget it. You abducted my sister and the princess. Whether you were ordered to or not doesn't change that. And it's not something I think I can forgive. See you around.
Ah, Reen, you couldn't hate anybody. You couldn't hate Crow. And he is a terrible monster.
Sorry, that was probably too harsh. I can't pretend to know anything about your circumstances, but I do know that you didn't abduct them of your own free will.
She did, though. She isn't actually a robot.
Anyway, with that said, I'll be going. Maybe we'll have a chance to talk again sometime.
The Black Workshop.
What?
That's the name of the place I belong to.
Isn't that with Ouroboros?
It was they who loaned me to the Noble Alliance. Unless you choose to join the Alliance, that is the most I'm able to disclose to you.
The name doesn't ring any bells. And loaned? That makes it sound like... I suppose it's none of my business.
Oh, he couldn't resist.
Thanks for telling me. I'll be sure to remember that name.
I can't see doing so holding any real purpose for you. Incidentally, did you have any untoward motives behind what you just did?
No, I did not.
He just can't help himself. He has a condition, okay? Show him some pity. Alright.
The Black Workshop? Loaned?
Well, that does lean me to the idea of her being a clone or a designer baby.
Sounds like stuff worth remembering.
Which means let's go upstairs. Oh, hello, a maid. She still seems depressed, you say? I should inform His Grace about this. Having a friend of health, if she remains this way much longer, it'll truly care, however. It's just more thought. Here to you in the meantime. Alright. Look at this fancy thing. Fancy. Another copy of that painting. Oh, this has to be Alphen.
This should be the guest of honor's room. Time to see who's inside.
Yes? Who is it? Please come in.
That sounds like... Excuse me.
Yeah, it's Alphen. That is quite the place. Hello, princess.
I had a feeling it was you, but I didn't dare to hope.
Run to his arms.
It's you. It's really, really you.
Aww.
How did you get here? This all feels like a dream. Please don't tell me it is. I don't think my heart could handle the disappointment.
Aww.
It's really me. I'm so glad you're safe. I'm so sorry that you had to go through all of this. If I hadn't been so weak and careless, none of this would have happened.
Yeah, that's right, Reen. How dare you not be able to detect the invisible robots?
You mustn't apologize. Simply being able to see you again is more than I could have hoped for.
You must have
the
been
head
really
petting.
lonely. I'm here for you now, though. I might not be the most reliable person for the job, but I'm not going anywhere.
So that's what you've been doing all this time?
Yeah, I was happy all of us were able to get back together again. But then yesterday, I ended up being invited onto this ship by Duke Cayenne. That's why I'm here, talking to you.
I
do recall thinking things were a little noisier than usual yesterday. Now I know why. Strange as it may sound, I suppose I owe the Duke my thanks. After all, if not for his invitation, we wouldn't have been able to find each other like this.
Sorry. I wish I could say I'd snuck on board to rescue you or something.
You could escape with her now, though, Reen.
Incidentally, I hesitate to ask, but
You want to know where Elise is, right? She's not on this ship, I'm afraid.
Aww.
I can't say for sure, but I believe she's been taken to the same place as my parents.
really?
I'm sure it isn't news to you that my mother, father, and Cedric have been imprisoned somewhere. And apparently, they've chosen Elise to be my family's attendant. So it's likely wherever they've been taken, she's right there with them.
Really? I'm not sure whether to feel relieved or what.
I can hardly blame you. I feel exactly the same way, even.
But why were you alone imprisoned on this airship? Surely there must be some reason.
That was Duke Cayenne's decision. I believe he's using me to suppress potential rebellion in areas occupied by the Alliance, by having me address the people and calm them down.
Forgive me for saying so, but that's a little messed up. Using you like that.
I don't especially mind doing it, honestly. It's a simple enough task. People all across Erebonia are uneasy about this war. And as princess, I should do what's within my power to help calm their nerves.
But at the expense of your own feelings?
And for the people who have started a civil war and kidnapped you.
I know you want to help, but you can't be happy about being used as the Alliance's puppet to deceive them. Plus, you've been forcibly separated from your family, your best friend. You don't even know where they are.
Yes, but... Oh, why even bother? You see through everything, don't you, Reen?
Because that was a very obvious lie.
Anyway, putting my feelings aside, what do you plan to do now? I presume you don't intend to actually do whatever Duke Cayenne tells you to.
No, well, of course not. Because we're neutral. Remember that.
Well... I'm really not sure what to do. The longer this war goes on, the more people will suffer because of it. But even so, I don't feel as though siding with the Noble Alliance is the right course of action. And the same goes for the Imperial Army. I can't in good conscience side with them either.
I'm curious why.
I see.
There's so much to think about. You're being used as a puppet against your will? And then Elise is imprisoned somewhere too, being forced to do who knows what. I have to act somehow to change things.
That wasn't your fault, Reen.
Ever since I was taken in by my family all those years ago, I've tried to be a brother figure to her. I became the person I am today because of them. They've always loved me like they would a real son, and she's always treated me like a real older brother.
You see, family is who you choose as much as, friends can be.
You saw that power of mine, didn't you? And what I look like when I use it?
Well, yes, I did.
Back when I was a kid, something just like that happened. I ended up using it right there in front of her.
Saved her life, I did.
She should have been terrified of me. But if she was, she never once let it show. She treated me exactly the same as before.
But that might have something to do with it.
And that was when I swore, deep within my heart, no matter what happened, no matter what I had to do, I would always protect her. And that's why I can't help but wonder. I can't help but wonder if now's the time to live up to that promise, if I should put her before everything else. Even if I have to ignore or outright betray my own personal beliefs in the process.
Reen. As your honorary little sister, I'm warning you to get a hold of yourself.
What? Your Highness.
I know Elise far better than you think I do. In fact, I'd even go as far as to say I know her better than you.
Yeah, fair enough.
Reen, she's already told me so much about what happened 8 years ago. She told me about how that snowy day was what inspired you to take up the sword. She told me how traumatic that moment was for you. How what happened stays with you even now. And she even told me that, while she hated how she felt the tiniest bit happy because of it. Because it meant that your attention, your guilt, and your sense of responsibility were directed towards her and no one else.
What a greedy child.
And she knew more than anyone how selfish that was.
Yeah.
She may have had other reasons for choosing to go to Saint Estrella, but her main reason was that she didn't want you to keep feeling guilty because of her. More than anything else, she wanted to free you of your burdens. You should know, when you joined Thor's and were making new friends, and you finally seemed to be moving forward, she felt a little jealous, and even a little lonely at being left behind. But she was so very, very happy for you too. So please, Reen, please don't use Elise to justify not choosing your place in this war. Because I know for a fact, she wants you, of all people, to carve your own path and find true happiness.
Aww. How sweet.
How could I have been so blind?
I don't know. It's pretty typical for you.
All this time I thought I was trying to protect her, and it's been the other way around since the start. And that's not just true for her either. Mom, Dad, Master Ka-Fai,
I feel like we've had this revelation before.
all my friends at Thor's, they've been supporting me this whole time. How could I have missed something so obvious?
Definitely feel like we've had this revelation before, Reen.
I think I finally understand what I've been lacking inside of me all this time. I was so focused on trying to protect others, I never stopped to think about how relationships go both ways. Others try to support me just like I try to support them, and I have as much of an effect on them as they do on me.
Like, wasn't the bath scene basically this realization?
I didn't realize before now. I'm sorry, Master. I think you gave me that intermediate scroll a bit too soon.
Huh?
But better to realize late than never, I suppose. Because now I finally feel like I'm ready. As long as I keep that fact in mind, I won't lose control again.
What the? You attain a new state of mind, shown here by Final Fantasy Floating Magic Crystal. Ooh, Spear Unification. Neat. I like.
Are you alright?
You've been staring just ahead there for like an hour.
I'm fine. And I've got you to thank for that. Forget honorary. You sounded just like my real sister for a minute. So, thank you. I think it's time we get going. I wouldn't want to keep my classmates waiting any longer than I already have.
A pity, but you're right. I was rather hoping we could stay like this a little while longer. But I suppose all good things have to come to an end. Take care of yourself, Reen. I'll leave Elise's rescue to you. No matter what it takes, please. Why are you shaking your head?
He's obviously gonna save you.
I said it's time we get going, didn't I?
Well, you do have Valimar.
There's no way I'm leaving my sister's best friend imprisoned in a place like this. I will get the two of us off this ship, so stay close to me.
Right!
Aww. Adorable. Yeah, she joined the party. I hope she got some levels while she was trapped in here.
So, do you have an escape plan?
Valimar, the Ashen Knight, is on the deck. He's chained up there, But if we can get to him, I'm sure we can find some way to use him to get away from here. First, though, we need to find a way to get out of this part of the ship without anyone noticing.
Alright then. I never imagined I'd be running away from here with you at my side. Elise is going to be so envious.
That's the princess I've known.
Anyway, let's get going.
Alright, well, thank you all for watching. I'm going to call it there. Again, a little longer episode, but lots of dialogue, lots of events, lots of stuff. Please share your thoughts, your comments. I'd love to read them. And otherwise, I'll see everybody soon for more. Talk to you later.